Across the endless plains of the American heartland, fields stretch like golden oceans, shimmering under the summer sun. Corn and soybeans dominate the landscape, standing tall as symbols of progress and abundance. But beneath this picture of plenty lies a hidden crisis. Years of intensive farming have drained the soil, left it fragile, and forced groundwater levels to drop faster than they can recover. Fertilizers run off into rivers, and each harvest demands more energy and effort than the last. Many farmers ask themselves quietly, how long can this continue? Yet, amid these rows of conventional crops, a quiet revolution is taking place, rooted in one of the oldest cultivated grains on Earth, sorghum. Sorghum doesn't shout for attention. It doesn't tower above the fields or demand endless irrigation. Instead, it collaborates with the land. Its roots dig deep, capturing water, storing carbon, and nurturing life underground. Its leaves offer shade and protection, whispering a different story, one of balance, resilience, and sustainability. For thousands of years, sorghum has thrived where other crops would fail, and today it's quietly teaching a lesson the modern world desperately needs. Survival isn't about domination, it's about working in harmony with nature. Long before modern irrigation or chemical fertilizers, farmers in northeastern Africa discovered this remarkable grain. Ancient sorghum endured sun, heat, and drought where almost nothing else could survive. Scientists now call its ability to pause growth during dry spells drought-induced dormancy. When rain disappears, sorghum simply slows down, conserving energy until water returns. Its roots reach more than 6 feet into the earth, tapping hidden moisture long after corn and soy have wilted. In Texas trials, sorghum used up to 40% less water than maize while producing strong yields. Just like a camel, it stores strength and uses every drop wisely, a living emblem of endurance. For farmers across the Midwest and Great Plains, this resilience is priceless. Summers grow hotter, rainfall patterns become erratic, and wells dry up. Yet fields of sorghum stay green, their deep roots anchoring both the plant and hope. Even in small backyard gardens, the lesson holds true. Choose drought-tolerant plants, nurture the soil, and cover it to retain moisture. Sorghum shows us that growth isn't about forcing life, it's about knowing when to pause and when to flourish. Beneath the surface, sorghum performs its most extraordinary work. Its roots form a vast, unseen network that transforms dead soil into living soil. Tiny droplets of sugars and organic acids, called root exudates, attract bacteria and fungi, creating a thriving underground ecosystem. This process, known as rhizodeposition, builds soil fertility, stabilizes structure, and increases water retention. USDA studies show sorghum fields consistently increase organic carbon year after year, while neighboring cornfields often lose it. Each acre becomes a carbon sink, feeding the land as much as it feeds humans. Home gardeners can mirror this by leaving roots in the soil, composting plant residues, and minimizing tilling. Sorghum doesn't fight the environment, it collaborates with it. It replenishes rather than depletes, teaching that smart growing begins in the living soil beneath our feet. Its canopy acts as a protective shield above ground, shading the soil, reducing evaporation, and preventing wind erosion. Farmers who planted sorghum during the Dust Bowl observed their topsoil stayed intact while neighboring fields blew away. Even after harvest, the stalks and leaves break down slowly, nourishing microbes and earthworms. On a smaller scale, gardeners can mimic this by leaving chopped stems on beds to decompose naturally. This ancient grain thrives through hidden partnerships beneath the soil. Each root tip releases sugary compounds that attract microbes, creating a self-sustaining nutrient cycle. Sorghum can cut nitrogen needs by up to 40%, reducing chemical runoff into rivers while maintaining yields. The same principle applies to home gardens. Feed the soil, not just the plant. Compost, organic matter, and gentle care create a self-sufficient ecosystem where life does the work for you. These microbial exchanges also produce natural glues that stabilize soil, making it resilient year after year. Above the ground, sorghum fields are alive with insects and pollinators. Bees, ladybugs, hoverflies, and parasitic wasps form a natural defense system, reducing the need for pesticides by up to 70%. The plant itself produces compounds that discourage pests. For gardeners, this is a call to nurture biodiversity. Plant insect-friendly crops, leave some blooms, and avoid harsh chemicals. Sorghum shows that balance, not domination, sustains life. Each insect, each microbe, and each root plays a role in keeping the land healthy. Water, too, is transformed by sorghum's presence. When rains fall, the deep root system guides water downward into the soil, creating natural channels known as biopores. These channels improve infiltration, reduce runoff, and make the soil more drought resilient. Farmers describe the difference vividly. What was once hard as concrete now feels soft and rich, a chocolate cake of living earth. For gardeners, the principle is the same. Improve water holding capacity through organic matter, avoid compaction, and let roots do the work. Every drop retained is wealth, wealth for plants, microbes, and future generations. Sorghum is also a model of economic resilience. Every part of the plant is useful: grain for food, stalks for biofuel, leaves for forage. This dual-purpose nature reduces costs and risks for farmers. Rotating sorghum with legumes cuts fertilizer needs nearly in half. For gardeners, the lesson is simple. Investing in soil and resilient plants saves time, money, and effort year after year. Sustainability is economy, and smart growth begins with nature, not machinery. As the sun sets over sorghum fields, golden heads sway in the evening breeze, humble yet resilient. They may not reach the sky, but they perform the work that truly matters, rebuilding the foundation beneath our feet. The whisper of sorghum is the whisper of nature itself. Adapt, don't deplete. Restore, don't replace. Healing begins with small, faithful actions: composting, planting cover crops, and nurturing soil. Each act is a seed of revolution, proving that the future of agriculture, the resilience of our food systems, and the health of our planet all start with listening to the land. Sorghum reminds us that the greatest revolutions are quiet. They don't demand attention or fame, they restore balance, patience, and partnership. By observing and learning from this ancient grain, farmers, gardeners, and communities can rediscover the wisdom of sustainable growth. Across the plains, in backyards, and in village fields worldwide, sorghum stands as a testament to resilience. It teaches that real progress is not measured by yield alone, but by the health of the soil, the strength of ecosystems, and the patience to work with nature rather than against it.